For those in their 70s and 80s, 2023's got a particularly interesting tax planning opportunity. Hi, this is financial planner Sean Mullaney. Let's discuss. So when one turns 72, it's RMD time, required minimum distributions. Those are distributions that have to be taken from traditional retirement accounts, the IRAs and the 401ks and those type of accounts. It's been great to build up tax-deferred growth for one's retirement, but eventually the IRS is getting their cut, and RMDs is how that's happening. Now, you got to remember, RMDs are calculated based on two numbers. The first number is one that one obtains from the IRS Uniform Life Table. That's a factor that's based on one's age, and the factor decreases over time, which has the impact or the effect of increasing the RMD over time. We'll talk about that in a second. The second input is the prior year's end of year balance. So what one does is get their retirement accounts, they take that end of year balance from the prior year and they divide it by the factor. Well, what's going on in 2023 is a lot of accounts are going to be down on December 31st, 2022 compared to where they were maybe a year before, because the stock market and the bond market had a bit of a rough year in 2022. So some investors are going to say, you know what, 2022, my accounts are down, so my 2023 RMD is down because it's based on that end of year balance and it's just way down. So why don't I do some Roth conversions? And maybe, this is such a good idea, maybe I do that on New Year's Day 2023. Well, hold the phone, right? I'm not here to say you should or shouldn't do Roth conversions in 2023, but I do want those who are subject to RMDs to be aware of two very, very important tax rules. The first tax rule is that dollars that come out of our traditional retirement accounts are deemed to be RMDs first to the extent we owe an RMD for the year. So if you have an RMD requirement because you're 72 or older, the first dollars to the extent of the full RMD will be deemed to be RMDs. The second rule to be aware of is that RMDs cannot be Roth converted, okay? So those two rules are very impactful when we're doing tax planning involving Roth conversions in any year we're subject to an RMD. What we need to do is, if we want to do Roth conversions for a year, and that may or may not be a good planning idea, you got to do your own independent analysis. But if you want to do a Roth conversion in a year you owe an RMD, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to take the full RMD first before any Roth conversions. Now, that can be taken through an actual distribution. It can be taken through something called a qualified charitable distribution. It can be taken through a combination of those things. But the RMD's got to be cleared, fully taken, and then and only then can you do Roth conversions in 2023 or any other year you're subject to the RMD rules. Now, there is one major exception to this rule, and that's inherited retirement accounts. So if you've got an inherited retirement account that you're required to take an RMD from, that's fine. You can still do your own Roth conversions on New Year's Day if you want, or any other time, without worrying about the inherited IRA or inherited 401k, whatever it is. Any inherited RMDs are hermetically sealed from one's own RMDs. So you can do a Roth conversion on New Year's Day in theory, and then in December take the RMD from any inherited accounts. Those are totally different, totally hermetically sealed. But back to the main point. If you're 72 and older and you're thinking about doing Roth conversions in the year 2023 because you're going to have a lower taxable income in 2023 because you're going to have a lower RMD, that very well may be a good planning strategy. But the big thing you got to remember is you got to take those RMDs first, and only after that can you do Roth conversions. I'm Sean Mullaney. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please mash that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.